shipping changes.
Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome in. August 3rd, 2019, it's Saturday, and I must have got every other email and message regarding this story on Amazon and the return fraud. So every once in a while when one of these stories comes up, we did one for the eBay $1 million scammer you might remember back in the day, a couple months ago, 6 months ago, and now we have one from Amazon, which this one, some people say was creative and crafty. I don't think it was very creative. I think there's better ways to go about it, and I'll explain to you that in a second. But the story is a 22-year-old from Mallorca, Palma de Mallorca, Spain. If you're not familiar with it, look it up. And this was Spain, not the US, so you can imagine what's going on in the US. Scammed Amazon out of $370,000. So how did he do it? Well, he would order an item, let's say it was like a $100 laptop. It would ship to him. He'd take the item out and keep it, and then he'd start a return request and fill the box. Let's say that the box, when it came into him, weighed 2.5 pounds. He would fill the box with dirt. I'm not even kidding, with dirt to match the weight of the returned item before he took it out. So he'd fill it up with dirt, tape it back, and return the item to Amazon. It would receive to Amazon, and he would receive a refund to his credit card or bank account, whatever he paid with. The problem is he just kept doing it and doing it and doing it to the tune of $370,000 US. Now, some people might say, how did he get away with this? And it's very easy, and that's the part I wanted to explain to you about there and what goes on here. And I assume it's the same all over the world. When you return an item on Amazon, Amazon has made it this easy. It's simple. You just ask for the label, you ship it back, and if it came from the Amazon warehouse or if it came from FBA or whatever, then it's not like if I sold something FBM and you ship me back a box, I'm gonna open it up and take a look and say, whoa, he sent me dirt. These might sit on an Amazon warehouse shelf for weeks or months until they get put back into stock. And sometimes if they have the code on them, they may not even open it up to confirm it. They may just scan it back into the system and boop, right on the shelf. And I'll tell you another story about that goes along with it. But when that item arrives back to the Amazon warehouse 2 or 3 days later after you issue the return and get the label and send it back, you get your refund immediately. It doesn't matter if Amazon doesn't look at that item for a week or 2 or 3 or a month. Now, it's kind of shocking. $370,000 is a lot of money. You know, assuming he did it for a decent valued item, he's probably not going to do it for $20 items. So if we take that $370,000 and we divide it by an average of even like $125 an item, you're talking about almost 3,000 items. He did it for, you know, maybe it was more expensive. Even if he did it on like $300 average items, that's still 1,233 items. So he did it a lot. And that is surprising. You know, if you do it once or twice, you're probably not going to get caught. Amazon, even if they did open it in a reasonable amount of time, may not think anything of it. They may be like, what the heck? They might question you. You'd be like, hey, I sent it back. A couple items, you know, but the problem is you build a history of 1,000, 1,500 returns. That's how they got him, but why it took so long is absolutely mind-boggling to show you the level of their inspections when they open these items up. And so here in America, and I'll give you the story, this is what I was hinting at, we had some people, and this was through way back in the day, when we sold FBA, like in the beginning, 4 or 5 years ago, I was selling with Dave some inventory that we had purchased, and I want to say it was like a tablet, and it was like a $200 or $300 tablet at the time, and somebody bought it and returned it, and it went to FBA, and the problem is they didn't fill the box with dirt. They filled it with like a junky $20, you know, Kyocera tablet, something garbage. So they go on eBay or Amazon and they buy some junky little $20 broken, damaged, shattered tablet, and then they buy your $300 tablet. It comes in, they do the switcheroo, they send it back, and so now they've purchased the $300 tablet for 20 or 30 bucks. They can either keep and enjoy, or they can resell. And so if it had come back to our office, of course we would have opened it and inspected it, but we didn't. It came back to FBA, and FBA didn't inspect it. They put it back into our inventory because we just thought, oh, the guy just messaged and was super nice about it. Was like, hey, this isn't the tablet I wanted. Doesn't seem to be anything wrong with it. I'm just shipping it back. Okay, we'll take the return, whatever. Well, because he had swapped that tablet out, nobody knew, nobody inspected. It's sold again, it's shipped to a customer who got it, who's expecting a $300 Apple tablet and iPad, and gets this $20 busted Kyocera tablet. And so that's how we were made notice of what had happened. And so we're like, well, obviously we didn't, send you a $20 broken tablet. We don't even have those. We have no ways to get those, but there's no way to tell that. And so Amazon just issued that customer a refund. And that's when we demanded the tablet to come back to us, not to go back in inventory. It came back. And that's how we discovered it. We knew what the guy had done. We confronted him. We messaged him. There's no proof. He said, she said. And of course he responded and said, no, I put your tablet into the box. And that's when we said, no, you didn't. We haven't even been in contact with this box until now. It went to Amazon's warehouse, so the only other possibility is that, Amazon swapped it, the new customer swapped it? There's no way to know. And so that fraud is not only easy to commit, and I'm not encouraging this or telling this story because I want people to encourage it. Amazon will press charges against you if they catch it, and you never know. You could be that person that gets caught. But that their return inspections sometimes just bypass the whole process, and you won't know for weeks or months down the line. Now this guy pushing his luck for $370,000, I'm glad he's in jail, I'm glad he got in trouble, it's in Spain, but I would have to imagine that this happens on a regular basis in the US, and with the quantity and volume of packages, it's probably even worse, probably to the tune of millions and multi-millions or tens of millions of dollars. And so you have to be really careful. I'm not saying this to discourage you from being a seller on Amazon or even a buyer on Amazon, but it's just something you have to watch and document and be careful of. There's plenty of websites, ic3.gov, and fraud websites and photographs and serial numbers and things that will back you up. And of course, if you ran into somebody who's pushing his luck like this, you got a good chance of catching them. So anyways, you guys sent me this story 100 times. I figured I'd do the video on it. Let's actually, before I run out of here, let's jump over to my computer. I'll show you a screen grab of this fantastic story, and you guys can judge for yourself what you think of this young man. 22 years old. I guess at 22 I probably wasn't very smart, but I certainly didn't commit grand theft and fraud to the tune of $370,000. Let's jump over to my computer, let's check it out. And also guys, a lot of you asked me to take a look at your stores and do full reviews and plan of actions to help you fix. A lot of you have really slow sales. You have like 1,200 items, but only 2 selling a day. So it is the 8th month. I put it out there. I'm so limited on time. I'm so far behind because of Vegas. So I wish I could do some free store reviews right now. I just don't have the time. I'm sorry. But if you do want, I put the link to get store reviews directly from me. It's $8, 8th month of the year, $8. Click on that and I'll get it back to you within 24 hours. Probably usually within a few hours unless I'm sleeping. So let's go over and check out the story. And if you need one of those reviews, use the link down below. So I grabbed this story off Fox Business. Amazon allegedly scammed out of $370,000 by 22-year-olds return shipments of dirt. Published yesterday, Friday night, August 2nd, 2019 by Henry Fernandez. We'll give him credit over there at Amazon. Fox Business, Amazon story here. Basically, 22-year-old arrested for scamming $370,000 by returning packages filled with dirt. His name was James Gilbert Quertang. I probably butchered that. Doesn't sound very Spain related. Maybe he's an immigrant. Palma de Mallorca, Spain. Look it up. Allegedly swindled Amazon by filling items of boxes, ordered items boxes with dirt and registering the exact weight of the product. Smart to do that, but stupid to do it with dirt. Why not do it with packages or other items that would fit the package? But I get it. He was just trying to get as much money as he could. The return packages would end up sitting around in Amazon's warehouse where they aren't checked often. Like I said, it takes some weeks or months to look into them. The scam wasn't discovered until through a random search, someone opened a box and discovered it's full of dirt. Look, they're just admitting that it's random searches. That's crazy. They should be looking at every one, but the manpower would take a ton. Amazon's return policy states items shipped from the website, including Amazon warehouses, can be returned within 30 days of receipt. Refunds are processed in 2 business days. So he's getting his return in a couple of days, or his refund, and their account will show their refund in 3 to 5 days. So he gets his money back in just a few days, and it can take them months to check through the boxes. The report states a successfully alleged scam by Quertang, who has been released on bail, enabled him to create his own company. So he used the money to start some company that he wanted. Pretty crazy story there. I'll link it to you through Fox News. You can also Google it. And I appreciate everyone who watches these videos, supports me. Make sure you're subscribed for 100,000 subscriber giveaway. And as always, check the links down in the subscription box if you need help with anything from training to social media to accounting help to other videos. Always check the description box. There's a lot of helpful information. And also all of the equipment I use to take my photos for e-commerce and all of my listings, including making these videos, is linked down there as well. If you need printers or light kits or envelopes or scales or anything else, you can find them down in the links below. Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next time.